All right, so I've been hearing a lot about Leonardo AI and its image creation capabilities. So I want to play a little game and compare its capabilities with those of ChatGPT, which is generally my go-to image generator. So we're going to do the same exact prompt on both tools, see what each gives us image-wise, and compare, contrast. Finally, we're going to arrive at a conclusion here. Should I keep using ChatGPT's image creation or should I embrace Leonardo? Let's find out. Here's the prompt. Create the following image. An extreme wide shot in black and white on a 12mm lens. A golfer in his early 30s is seen in silhouette in a still, ready to swing position with a 5-iron golf club. The golf course is rural and the day is overcast. There is a barn with paint peeling and tree-lined fairway in the distance. The scene is so timeless, we could be in the 1920s or the 1990s. Okay, that's the prompt. That's going to be the prompt for Leonardo, and it's going to be the prompt for ChatGPT. Let's see how they handle it. All right, so I want to start with ChatGPT because it's old reliable for me, and it looks good. I mean, we have our golfer. The golfer is very much in silhouette. We have the club. It looks like the golfer is right-handed, but is aiming toward us, toward the camera, where the camera would be, which is very interesting, and something that I didn't envision or expect. So that is a little jarring. We certainly see the clouds here, so the overcast day is very well represented here. And we see the tree line to the right of the golfer. And, well, I guess it would be that golfer's left if he's facing us. And then we have that barn on the left side here. Yeah, I mean, overall, it works. It's a solid image. It's pretty much as I instructed it. Not hugely compelling, though, and it's a little odd. The sky has kind of a distorted perspective that it's giving here, I think, just the way the clouds are oriented. It's almost like there's a glow around the golfer as well, which I'm not hugely fond of. Again, the golfer facing us is just kind of weird, just because if you watch golf at any, event or what have you, you're not in the line of fire, so to speak. Okay. So that's where we're at with ChatGPT. If I were to rate this image on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a solid 7. It got the job done. It got all the basics right. Does it look realistic? Yeah, I think so. And does it have a timelessness to it? That was a key instruction. Could this be the 1920s or the 1990s? I think it could. I think, it's hard when you're talking about hat design and clothing design, even in silhouette, but I certainly think the timeless quality is there as well. So not bad, ChatGPT. Old reliable, old faithful, doing its thing. Now, one thing I will say as well, though, before we move on to Leonardo, is I don't know that I can necessarily call that an extreme wide. Is it a wide shot? Yes. Is it an extreme wide? I don't know. I don't know about that. But that's clearly, it looks like an iron. I think it could be an iron. It could be, golf clubs. It's hard to tell in silhouette, but all right. On to Leonardo. And this is what Leonardo gave us. Oh, wow. Wow. So, I don't know where to begin, but there are some things that stand out. This could have been ripped straight from my imagination. The tree-lined fairway and the differences in gaps between the trees, the adjacent fairway in the distance that you can see on the right there, the golfer. So the golfer is technically not still in terms of addressing the ball, which was, what I had prompted, but I love this finish pose. It is just absolutely fantastic. I love the turn of the golf shoe. I love the barn. Oh, the barn is so nice. I mean, this was not as accurate of a prompt as ChatGPT was, but my goodness, what a gorgeous image this is. The golfer is obviously not in silhouette, obviously not hitting a 5 iron, obviously not just still addressing the ball, but it is a very gorgeous image and it looks so damn real, like so damn real. That is, you can see the cart path, you can see the paint peeling on the barn. Um, it's almost like Leonardo was just like, I see your prompt and I'm gonna raise you. Yeah, no, I got this. Let me do this. This is a much more visually, aesthetically appealing image than what ChatGPT gave us. But ChatGPT did a much better job of following our instructions. So this is tough, man. God, the vanishing point here with the trees in the distance with Leonardo. Look at the level of detail in the grass, in the tee box. It is just unreal. One of the reasons I wanted to do black and white for this challenge is because I wanted to eliminate as many variables as possible. But even so, I wasn't able to eliminate all of them because clearly one tool understood the silhouette component and one tool did not. You could, this is where the debate gets interesting, right? Because as we have access to more specialized tools, at the end of the day, do we just kind of do what I've done in the past on this channel, throw in the towel and say, AI did it better than I would have thought, kudos? Or do we continue to try to get AI to understand where we're coming from with our vision? And that's, I think, the struggle, and that'll be one of the key struggles we have as prompters over the course of the next few years. So, yeah, man, that barn is just incredible. I almost feel like I need to re-rate ChatGPT because, like, it was a 7 out of 10 for the quality of the image, but it followed my instructions pretty much to a T. So, this one did not. I give ChatGPT a 9 out of 10 for instructions, a 7 out of 10 for image quality. I'm going to give Leonardo a 10 out of 10 for image quality because you could frame that. I mean, that is just luscious. And I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 for instructions followed because it really took artistic license with pretty much everything that I recommended. So if we average out those two scores, we get 8 for ChatGPT and we get 7 for Leonardo. Now, that is no knock on Leonardo. Will I be using Leonardo again in a variety of different capacities? Absolutely. But when I have something and I need the instructions to be followed to a T, and maybe it's more practical image generation and not creative as much, we'll take it on a case-by-case basis is what I'm getting at. That's the beauty of these AI tools, and I know there's so many out there. I get that. And there are some that have really risen to the top in certain areas, and even in LLM world, if you're a Perplexity person, a Gemini person, a Grok person, GPT, there are so many tools out there, and that's only going to expand. You don't have to be fluent in all of them, I don't think, but you have to have an understanding of which ones work best for which situations and scenarios. So there we have it. ChatGPT wins overall, but the quality of that image in Leonardo will have me coming back for more. All right. If you like what you're watching, do click that like button, that subscribe button, And if you have a thought or a suggestion on a topic that could be covered in the Prompt Smith's Almanac in the future, let me know in the comments. Thanks, everybody.